Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Gavis Bettel at night. It's Gavis Bettel at night. It's Gavis Bettel at night. Hey, everybody. Hey, what's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Oh gosh, very weird, very weird. I actually have not said a word all day. So we actually hearing sound of my voice come out and like talk. It's very weird. I actually have not said a word all day. So kind of like building up and going, oh, it's Gavis Bettel. I'm like, oh, what the that's really fucking weird. That was really weird. Rico, whoa, thank you for the 20 gifted. Thank you. Thanks, Rico, whoa. Hey, how is everybody doing? Good evening, good morning, good night, whatever time it is. I hope you all are well. We're here with the final day of the week, with a little bit of Q&A, a little bit of a Q&A today. I'm still running off the cover high, and when I mean that, I mean I'm extremely hungover. And I'm still kind of like taking care of myself. You know, I had soup today, drank water. I almost cracked open a brisk because I got more, but I didn't because I'm such a great person. And here we are. Hey, what's up, Brock? I know you. You're the one you always leave comments on my VODs. Bangers. Thanks, Brock, for the 2 months, pal. Fuyu, thanks for the 5 gifts. 5 gifted. You have 5 gifted. Hey, thanks for 2 months. Wow, Peter, thank you. Well, I'm low energy today, but that's fine because it's Q&A, so we listen. We went nuts yesterday, and people are asking like, "Oh, did you forget everything? Did you forget everything from yesterday?" No, I remember like pretty much all of it. I was more of kind of like, you know, making a joke. I had forgotten about the karaoke thing, but it's like when people were like saying like, you know, the karaoke, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. You know, I was drunk by all means. But you know, I'm okay. My head, I haven't had the worst thing for me with with hangovers are the headaches, and I didn't get one. I don't have one. I've been doing all right. So JR, everything okay, buddy? No message today. Message slipped. Kimmy, thank you. So yeah, we dropped the cover. Me and Hakka, we were cooking that one for a while. I'll probably do a membership next week, discussing covers and like process and my vocal journey, going from there. But that's not what today is. Today is today's the last day, guys, of Gavis Bettel at night, because I think all things considered, I think my internet's back to normal. So I will say this while people are here, we will be changing and switching back to the original scheduled time frame that I've always been on, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 2 p.m. PST. I don't actually know what Pacific Standard Time. So we will be going back to that. Gavis Bettel at night is no more, except for WoW Wednesdays. Those will continue to be at around midnight and stuff like that. I'm kind of like in membership mode right now because I'm really low energy. And I'm chill right now. I'm tired. I took 3 naps. I'm drinking water. I'll pep up. Okay. All right. I got a bunch of I got a bunch of questions. That the community asked me in the community post. So we're gonna be going over those for the most part. And I'm just gonna start. I actually have not done any kind of like, I have not thought about these questions. So when they pop up, I'm just going to say what comes up at the top of my head. What does EP mean? My question will probably not be read. A lot of your questions will probably not be read. A lot of them. I picked a bunch of upvoted ones. Made it easy on myself. All right, first one. How am I? Kind of already went over that. I made sure to take the picture in 244p, so the resolution looks like you need eyeglasses, which you don't. It's just bad quality. How am I? I already said, you know, hungover. I'm pretty sure that was the first question that was asked. When I'm like, oh god, shit, you guys gotta ask me questions, and then they asked me a question. Great question. No one really asks how I am. They just, you know, they just point and laugh. Thanks, Lucy, for the question. All right, next. Okay, I need to read this. What do you think you'd be doing currently? Okay, I think I've talked about this before, but what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't VTubing along the same lines? Like any plans to go back to school eventually, or any jobs you'd like to work in the future? Yeah, definitely. Well, I had a lot of things I wanted to do. I knew deep down, that like my main want was to do like entertainment, right? So that was like the driving force. But other than that, I wanted to be a bartender, and I also wanted to go into film. I wanted to make movies. I wanted to direct film, and do a lot of that stuff for a long time. I want to go. I always dabbled with the idea of an actor, but I think I'm too shy in a lot of ways. I'm like just a little like, they're like, okay, now act, and I'm like, I like acting. I'd probably be much better in like the voice acting position where they don't need to see me. Because I'd act, but I don't know. I don't know if I get stage fright. But I feel like I wouldn't. I'd be very reserved in some cases. It's like I'd have to be drinking a little bit for every time I do a scene, so that wouldn't be good. But I always wanted to do acting, or movies, directing movies, or much more recently, I was going to bartending. But now I'm here. I was literally looking up like schools, like bartending schools and stuff, and then I got like the, you know, I was in. I was like, oh, fuck that. So yeah, that's kind of the thick and thin of it. Silva, thank you. And Kat, thanks for the super chat. I don't know what that means. Pedialyte? Is that hangover medicine? Sounds like hangover medicine. All right, next. Me version. Oh gosh, I forgot what questions I got. It's a surprise to me, honestly. Even though you guys are fraternal twins, was there anything that people did? Okay, I remember now. That people did or said to you or Bettel too when they found out you were twins that was out of pocket, you know, out of line, or just straight up strange. You know, the one we got the most, is when I was in middle school. Is when we were in middle school, and the thing, even my grandparents, which my parents were very, very not, really didn't want to do, but they're always like, oh, you're you should be movie stars, and you should do a like, they wanted us to be child stars because we were twins, and like the fucking, like, I don't know, the Sprouse twins, the fucking Sweet Life of whoever the fuck was going off. And while that was like booming, I think people just thought at the time, like, anytime, you know, anytime like you're a twin, so since you're a twin, that's like special, so you gotta like monetize it or something, you know. First of all, I would not have survived as a child star. I would have like I would have died or something, or become a sick fuck or something. I just didn't know, and I think my parents knew that. Also, I just would never have made it as a child star. I was like the dumbest fucking child ever. Well, actually, honestly, I think stupidity gets us further these days. So maybe I would have been great. I don't know. But yeah, all the time, we got those questions. I don't know what really else out of line. Well, people are like, you know, there's classic twin stuff like, do you guys wear the same clothes? I don't know, lady, does it look like we're wearing the fucking same clothes? And also, why? Just because just because we're twins doesn't mean I have to be like a clone. I have to be like this fucking like carbon cutout. What does that fucking mean? Do we wear the same clothes? Yeah, okay, it's cute when you're like babies and you're wearing red and blue. I was always blue. Battle 2 was always red, right? Red and blue. And you know, we do like those, you know, fucking baby photo shoots or whatever else, right? Because twins. But you know, the older we get, first of all, the less we look alike. But you know, even like when I was in high school, people would ask me like weird shit. They're like, you know, could you read each other's minds? Which is funny because there's actually a thing called like twin telepathy. So that's not actually a stupid thing, because I've like read his mind. Like we know we like finish each other's thoughts, senses, stuff like that. That's real. I don't think it might be coincidence, but you know, all kinds of weird shit. There's a bunch of weird stuff. Some stuff that I can't even like repeat because it's just like weird, very weird, and like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, twin stuff, very, very, very odd. Anyway, next. Thank you, me version. Num ER. Oh, I got this. Okay. What's one of the luckiest moments that has happened to you? Here I am. Thanks, Num ER. Thanks for the Oh. Thanks, Num-er. Come on. No, you can't do this to me. First of all, I'm hungover. Second of all, second of all, it's Num space ER. You can't tell me that. Oh, wait, you trying to give me a stroke? Okay, Number. Your name's Number. Great. Why did you do it like that? Listen, I'm not good with like anything. I saw your fucking little comments. I saw your comments. Fuck it, I said Ike Eveland. For this whole I thought it was Ike Eveland. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. I don't know people's names. I thought it was Eveland. Eveland? Eveland? Listen, I went for what was easy for me, alright? Eveland really... Eveland. Eveland. So it's Eveland. Eveland? Okay, there's no in there. Why do I always think there's an Eveland. Sorry, Ike. Sorry, Mike. Alright. Next. Thanks, Numiar. Let's see. Valeria! Do you have any plans on establishing rules for the battalion? Oh, it's a serious one. Guys, I'm literally reading this and you could hear the question come off my, like, you could tell it like rolls off and I just don't know what I'm reading. Like, it's like I'm reading it for the first time. I know you have said before that you like that. Okay, what the fuck? Okay. I know you have said before that you like this fan base, but I'm curious to know if you have any feedback for us on how to behave. Why'd I pick? I didn't have an answer for that. Okay, let me think. Here's the thing with rules, right? Here's the thing with rules. Rules are good, and I feel rules are needed when things are either incredibly out of hand or things need to be put in line, right? There've been moments where things started getting a little weird, with you know, it a little bit earlier on, but then like I put in like a ground rule, or just like, you know, it's like just kind of use common sense, and people just immediately like kind of fixed immediately. So I don't really know if there's any kind of set rule just yet. Rules are, for me, rules are made if I see that they need to be made. I mean, there's classic shit to not, you know, do or say, right? Don't be, you know, a fucking jackass or whatever else, you know? Don't be scum. That's pretty obvious. But, you know, it's like, okay, would you add a backseating rule? I don't fucking care. I mean, you could backseat me and shit. I might yell at you, but, you know, that comes with the, you know, I don't care. I don't care with that. I think, you know, I was gonna make pre-chat rules, but it's like, I just don't care too much. Like, it's pre-chat, right? I mean, what's the big, I don't care too much. Yeah, it's not like I'm streaming yet. I mean, I don't know. But I think sometimes I will say, as pre-chat, I sometimes it can get a little like, what's the word? It can get weird. It can get weird, and sometimes it can get weird. And sometimes it can get weird. I'll put you on blast. Sometimes it can get a little weird. And sometimes I feel like what if there was like a new guy, right, that joins the pre-chat, and like, you know, sometimes it could just get, you know, just careful. But I have not found any reason to put rules yet. There's something else that I was thinking of doing. What was the other one? There's like another, actually, yeah, whatever. I don't remember. There's something else I wanted to do. You're the only one to pronounce my name right every time. Listen, I almost called you Alisong, right? But it's Ale Song because you have the brewer. I use context clues. Oh, like, mentioning other people. I mean, I feel like that's also common sense. Like there's times where people are like, I'm streaming, and then someone would be like, so-and-so is streaming. And it's like, they could be my friends. They could be like, they could be anybody, right? That I respect or that I enjoy. But it's also like, come on. You know, that's a big one, right? That's a big one. That could be one I'd probably set if it were to happen a lot. But all this doesn't happen too much for me to be like, oh man, it's out of hand. It's like one fucking guy that I'll probably never see again said it, and now they're gone. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too, I don't want to be strict. I don't want to run a tight ship with something that's meant to be entertaining or fun. So I let it be a little free. I definitely think pre-chat is definitely the thing I need to kind of rein in a little bit. Just for the sake of accessibility to new people. So I think that's the biggest one. But other than that, it seems okay. I'm doing all right. Can't get one guide. Just did. All right. Thank you, Valeria. Good question though. Good question. BS does a sick ollie. What is something you enjoy? Oh fuck. I remember putting this on. I remember taking a picture of this, and then I'm like, all right, I'll put this in here because it's a good question. And then I had no answer. Okay, I'll have to think. Hold on. Yeah, I'm so prepared. What is something you enjoy that people wouldn't expect you to enjoy? Also, if you dislike something that people thought you would enjoy. Okay, so this is good. Something I enjoy people won't expect me to enjoy. I mean, I've talked about this one before. But it's like, oh man, I don't know. I feel like if I say this one, people would be like, we totally expected that. So I'm trying to think. I was gonna mention Great British Bake Off, which I fucking love. This sounds like a Vesper interview question. Was it one? Oh, it was cleaning. So yeah, I already said cleaning. But then you're like, oh, that's on brand. Well, I mean, it is, but also it isn't. It isn't. Oh gosh, something I enjoy that people won't expect me to enjoy. Oh god, maybe I don't have an answer. No, I have to have something. Let me think, because like, I probably should have thought about this one. I feel like I've talked a lot. Oh, the scented candles. Oh, chess. Chess. Oh, I guess, yeah. I need to think of something that makes me sound smart, because no one would expect that. Let me think. Did I do anything that was smart back in my day? No, I really like chess. I can't think of anything. I don't know. I would say it's like, oh, in academics, was there anything in school that I liked? No. Something is on like the edge of my brain, and it's about to like. There's something I used to do, and it was like it was a brain game, and I liked doing it, and I don't fucking remember what it was. I don't know. I'll have to come back to it. I'll have to come back to it. I feel like, here's the thing though. For the most part, I'm so like in tune with myself. No, it wasn't Sudoku. It wasn't that. I'm so like I get myself, you know, I know what I'm about half the time, so I'm never like, you know, surprised of things that I like half the time. Like, I mean, it's like anything that I do, someone's just gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. Like I watch like, you know, soap operas at one point. Everyone's like, oh yeah, of course. You know, whatever. Now I think there's a lot of things that I dislike that people think I would enjoy. I think that mainly falls in line, a lot of the time it can fall in line with music, or it could fall in line with like anime or film, or just general general look. Like someone could be like, oh, do you like this genre, this 50, you know, this number subgenre number 638 of metal, and I'm like, no, really don't like it. I don't know. I mean, I think I've never really surprised that, you know, honestly, I picked this question because I liked it, but then I thought to myself, I'm thinking to myself now, wait, this is like impossible. This is a hard question. It's a great question. I actually can't answer it. I'm kind of wishy-washy with this one. I don't have any definitive answers. But I'd have to think more on this one. I didn't think you'd be very into jewelry. Really? Honestly, I like what's the way to put it? No, I really like jewelry. I like I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's like this kind, like when things look masculine, that kind of masculine look. I'm not into that. You know, I actually like it a little more like, I think, you know, it's like fucking like heels and, you know, jewelry and whatever else, you know, a kind of more feminine or flamboyant kind of thing. I've always liked that kind of look better. I don't know why. I don't know. I've never liked like I just honestly, it's like you can like whatever, right? But I just don't think it suits me. I don't think it suits me, I think is the thing. But it's more of just, I don't know. Yeah, I like, you want to wear heel. Well, okay, when I say heels, I'm not talking like fucking, you know, stilettos or, you know, fucking thigh-high boots like my performer outfit. More of like, you know, a Cuban heeled, you know, Chelsea boot, or you know, but it's like a boot with you know, it's kind of totes the line, you know. I do think heels are cool though, but I personally would not wear like actual like high heels or anything. But anyway, all right, good question. Hip hip fray. Good question. I couldn't really answer. Sorry. If you could have one quintessential clown, okay, you're right. If you could have one quintessential clown skill, what would you want to have? All right, let me think about this while I read Rico. Oh, there's two. Okay, M Cosmos. Oh, Backstreet Boys. That's a good one. Backstreet Boys, good. Cuban Chelsea boot is super specific. Well, just any kind of boot. I just have a lot of Chelsea boots. And Cuban heel is just the kind of heel. I just, you know, I don't know how to explain it. They're like, it's like a thick heel. It's a thick heel. All right, clown skill. The clown skill I'd want is to be funny. I think the thing I'd actually want, I don't know, what do clowns do? What do clowns do? You just named it. You used examples, but I'm pretty sure that's all three things clowns do. That's like that's all they got. Okay, they juggle, balloon animal, unicycle. Like, what else do they do? They eat swords? No, clowns don't do that. Some say they're scary. That's not a skill. They're good with kids? What? Are they? No, I don't need that trait. They fit in small cars. Magic? Clowns don't do magic. No, they don't. Do they? I mean, if clowns did magic, I'd say magic then. If clowns did magic, I'd say magic, because magic is cool. Because like that, you know, sleight of hand and, you know, whatever. That's cool. That's cool. So I'll take magic. I'll take magic. Absolutely magic. The rest, I can apply magic to so many things, like robbery or something. You know, I don't know what to do with. Well, okay, I didn't know why I defaulted to crime, but you know, I feel like magic could be cool. Magic could be cool. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like balloon animals. What am I gonna do with that? Unicycling. I mean, that's kind of cool, but also just ride a bike. Sorry to clowns, I guess. You can really tell I just don't understand. I guess I don't know. Magic feels much more versatile as far as it goes. Barson. Clowns get hit with pies. That's not a skill. That is a choice that they have made. Thank you, Hip Frame. I may fool you. Can you ask Oh, I asked him. Can you ask Bettel 2 what his favorite book is? We need more Bettel 2 lore. Okay, Bettel 2's favorite book. I DM'd him. I messaged him. He's in a room away, but instead I DM'd him because I didn't want to walk. So what's your favorite book? He likes I can name a number of them, but the one that he told me that was his favorite. He likes the Stormlight Archive. It's like Brandon Sanderson. It's like a I know bits and pieces of this one. It's like he likes that kind what's high fantasy kind of stuff. It's fantasy. He's really into Brandon Sanderson. He really likes Wheel of Time. Who did that? I know Sanderson took over, but it was like something Jordan. I know he really likes Robert Jordan. Yeah, Robert Jordan. He really likes Wheel of Time. He likes that kind of stuff, but he reads a lot. He reads a lot. He reads a lot. I mean, he's read, you know, he's probably read more books in a week than I've read in my entire life. What do you think of the Wheel of Time show? We don't talk about that. even I knew, like, it's just like, yeah, we don't need to talk. You know, what Wheel of Time show? What? No, there's not. There's not a Wheel of Time show. You must be mistaken. JR. I have to read the JR super chat. He spent half a week doing this. Hi Benry, since apparently my mere presence isn't good enough for you and I have to write a message. I have spent the last half hour panting and sweating, scrambling across the keyboard to write this. Thank you, JR, as always. Thank you. That's great to hear, JR. You always have to write a message, buddy. Get those gains. Nora, thanks for the 10 gift, and thank you, Nora. But yeah, Bettel 2. A lot of reading. Ashes Fallen. How do you feel about the wide gap in your art tag from cute shy maid outfit Bettel to crime manic Bettel? Is there any type of art you want to see more of in your art tag? I'm never gonna tell people how to do art. I'll say this is it's a good question, but I'm never gonna be like, you should do it like this. I like seeing people interpret me however they want to interpret, you know, who I am. Now I will say this, and I don't have like an initial preference. But you know, I guess I could say personally, there's stuff that I think is funny. You know, people make me gorgeous and beautiful and just the most, you know, elegant specimen you've ever seen. Sometimes I just like looking like a fucking goblin, you know, just like you know, it doesn't need to be high detail, but you know, pretty much like just sickening, you know. Kind of like more like a rougher look, you know, looking, you know, I'm always beautiful, and I guess that's true, but sometimes I like, you know, there's that like, it's not as elegant. Like I could still look the same, but like not like, I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. But people have really taken their own kind of interpretations. You know, they've done a lot of kind of rocker, they've done punk, they've done like alternative, they've done kind of hipster, they've done really, you know, colorful and you know, flamboyant and whatever. I like it all. I like it all. So you know, I'm never gonna tell anybody what to do. But preference, you know, preference. I wouldn't say it's a preference to be in like disgusting looking. It's just like, you know, I find it funny. Do you even wear colorful clothes? Usually, only when I'm performing. Thanks, Ashes Fallen. Good question, though. Good question. Like, even like the kitty cat maid stuff, you know, where I'm like cute and it's like, okay, you know, or like, yeah, just like bunny suit Bettel, trying to look as sexy as possible. It's like, it's whatever, you know. I just saw a cat made. Oh, that might have been you, Vanrado. Did you just do a kitty cat made Bettel? I think that may have been you. That killed me. That was funny as shit. That was really good. That was good. Hey, thanks for the 5 gifted. Kurodaze. Thank you. the Nyachos. Dude, I wrote that as I recorded it. Like, I didn't sit down and write it. I would do one sentence, and then I'd record it, and then I'd do another sentence, and then I'd record it. Like, I was just writing it as I was just trying to find ways to do it. It's so stupid. That's so dumb. We'll talk about that in membership. Anna, how do you feel about piercings? You mentioned having earrings. Do you ever want to get more? Okay, so piercings, they're cool. Yeah, I mean, I have my ears pierced, but I don't think I'd I don't know. I don't mind piercings. Okay, it's to each their own, but sometimes I feel like piercings can get a little crazy. They can get a little crazy. It's like snake bites and stuff. You know, it's like under the lower lip, those two piercings. I you know, it's like I won't do anything like that. I don't think you know, nose piercings are, you know, they're whatever. And then there's like there's like studs, you know, like above the eye. I like the eyebrow kind of stud stuff. I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't think I'd get any more piercings, but you know, I think they're cool. I think they're cool. Now, gauges are a thing. I think gauges are cool. And I think people can pull them off. I could not pull off gauges. Also, I don't like the idea of them. I don't like the idea of them. I would not do it solely based off the purpose of like, it's, for those that don't know, gauges are like an earring, and it's like you know how they make a small piercing in the ear, but it's very big. It's almost it's a hole in your ear. And actually my mom always told me, you know, you could do whatever you want, but you cannot get gauges. So I can't get gauges. So that's where it stands. She definitely doesn't. I wouldn't get them anyway. So I don't know. Piercings are cool. I think it's to each their own with piercings. I don't think I'd get any. I wouldn't get any more. Unless I do like my upper ear or something. I don't know. But you know, as far as it goes, I wouldn't go any further. Nose piercings, I wouldn't do it. Like, nose rings aren't my thing. And like a nose stud, I mean, nah, not really. I like earrings. I think that's enough for me. Thanks, Anna. Industrial. What is industrial? Is that the bar? Is that bar in your? What's that bar thing? Is that no, I wouldn't do an industrial. I know a buddy that had an industrial. Got infected and all that. It's like, I wouldn't do an industrial. No. As far as earrings go, I like any earrings, but I like earrings that dangle. You can do like those little like studs and stuff, like, you know, little like steel studs and stuff, but yeah. Let's see. I like loop earrings, like loop, like or any kind of like silver loop earrings, or I mean anything. What are they called? Hoops. Wanoon, if you had to switch bodies with someone in Tempest for 24 hours, who would you want to switch with? That's a good question, and I thought about this. And I'm trying to think of somebody whose skills I want to steal, and that's probably Hakka. And I want to see what it's like to be like, I want to learn like metal growling and all that, and if I just take over Hakka's body, I could just figure out how to do it. Like, would I have like his talents? Like, I'd have his voice, and like, would I know how to do everything? I guess there's more to this question than I thought. I just want to I want to like steal his knowledge. I want to steal his knowledge. The thing is, like, if let's say I went to like Vesper's body, I think my mind would melt, and if I went back to my body, I'd be like a changed man. Like it wouldn't be good, right? So I don't think I could do. I don't think I can do that. And then it's like, I don't know. It's like if I took over Flayon's body, I'd unlock like forbidden knowledge because he's always telling me all this like shit I don't know, and sometimes I get scared, and then I'll have like the 1,000-yard stare. You know, it's more of like whose body would I not want to jump? Whose body would I jump? Like, okay, it's literally more of whose body would I jump into the least? Like, which one would I not like? Which one would harm me the least? Right? I can't explain it right now. I'm a little frazzled today. But like if I jump, I mean Altair, that guy I'm pretty sure that guy kills people, so can't do that. Shinri forbidden knowledge, Flayon forbidden knowledge. Hakka does have forbidden knowledge, but also music. Axel. Wait, but Axel. I feel like Axel's almost the safest. Axel, you know, Axel just lives life, you know. Not a thought in the world. You know, a lot like me. I feel a lot like me, with maybe less cynicism. And he can sing. And he can speak Japanese. Wait, Axel. I need Axel. It's the answer is Axel. That's it. The answer is Axel. I get it now. Magni, I don't know. Magni and I are really similar in a lot of ways. I feel like not much would change, maybe, but at the same time, it's like Magni also, like, he's way smarter than me, you know. Magni's harboring, you know, intelligence that I feel like I wouldn't know what to do with. So the answer is Axel. Would you want Axel to be in your body? If we're doing a whole like switcheroo, I mean, fuck. Sure. I mean, I'd let Axel run around. Let him run around and see. Maybe I'll come back with like friends or something. Axel have my body for 48 or 24 hours, and maybe I'll have like friends. Either that or I'm like in prison. I don't know. Whatever works. He can fix me. Play W. What do you think your original song will be like? Is there any HOLOSTARS original song that you like / feel inspired by? So great question. There's so many there's so many great talents in HOLOSTARS. I wouldn't say per se that I'm, you know, I like a lot of the original songs that everyone's put out. I can't say inspired is I guess a different word. I'm inspired by everybody just doing their best, you know, and doing music in general. I know I'm reading this question backwards here, but just as a preface. But what would my original song be like? You know, I've thought about it a lot. Oh man, I think for me, if I were to do, first of all, it would not be any kind of rock. My original song would not be a rock song. I think I would leave rock to karaoke and covers. It would not be metal. It would not be rock. My original song would be something I'd want to, I could sing, but it would be more performed. It's almost, you know, a theatrical essence to it. You know, either that or like, you know, a ballad or something a little tongue-in-cheek But something that maybe won't it doesn't have an initial pattern. Like, it won't just be, okay, song, chorus, bridge, chorus. Like, it almost like has several elements, you know. I really like concept albums and stuff like that. So I'd want something almost a little, maybe almost out, you know, kind of left field. A little left field. Definitely not clown music. Definitely not clown music. No. It would have to, I mean, literally think Phantom of the Opera, you know, think, or something like that, you know. But, you know, I was thinking of something, and who knows? And I guess I could say this. I can say whatever I want when it comes to me, because nothing's written in stone. But what I was thinking, Bohemian Rhapsody is a great example as well. Bohemian Rhapsody, yes, yeah. But I was thinking, you know, thematically, it tells a story, and it's played and sung serious, but the contents and lyrics of the song itself is a joke, right? It's like, you know, I'm giving my heart, I'm singing my heart out. It's a, you know, if you just listen to it as is, it's this beautiful thing, or it's very, very thought-provoking and all that, and then you read the lyrics and it's like, oh, he's singing about, you know, dropping $40 bottle of whiskey on the pavement, you know. So I don't know. I'd have to look into that, but I've danced around with the thought of an original for so long, so I'm definitely interested. I think with the release of this cover, it's kind of just now we gotta just keep going, right? I have no interest in stopping. It's very stressful, but you guys have been really, oh my god, very supportive. I was looking for one bad thing from somebody with this cover, but the only bad thing that I heard was just me, you know, my fucking conscience. So I think that, you know, I definitely need to improve, and there's a lot of things I want to improve on it and everything else. But definitely with the release of this, it's just kind of telling me to send it, you know, just keep doing it, you know. With time comes improvement, but if people, you know, if there's a number of people that already like it, if people like what I put out, I may as well just keep going. So great question. Thank you, Play. I have a lot of these. Live. Do you have any pieces of media that really stuck with you since you watched, read, listened to them? Yes. Yeah. I'd say mainly film. I think one of my biggest ones, actually two of them, and the second one might be a little weird, but the first one is first one's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I watched that a bunch as a kid, and I think that one was like my kind of comedic awakening. Like I always, like, even as a kid, I remember, you know, my grandma calls me and she's like, you always had this wit, you were always being so funny, you know, when you were 8 or whatever, and I remember, you know, but there were points when I'd see people like in my family and we'd go on vacation or whatever, and as a kid I'd almost treat it as a game to see how much I could make them laugh. It became a game, and with this Monty Python thing, I think I learned in a lot of ways that things don't need to be serious or high budget, or even, you know, at times it doesn't even need to be super clever, you know. You could just fucking do shit and say shit and people like it. So I think Monty Python is a big one for me. Another one for comedy purposes, a lot of like my cinematic, like you know, or like kind of ways I carry myself. There's a show as a kid, or maybe, you know, I was a little bit older, that there's a show called Arrested Development. And I mean, there's like a bunch of seasons, and you know, it's got a weird streak, that show. But like the first like 3 or 4 seasons of Arrested Development, probably the first 2 were my favorite. With like the way I carry myself a lot, and the way I learned like cutaway gags and like hard cuts and stuff. It's like, you know, that screaming and then going, ah, you know, I feel like I got that from Arrested Development. You know, I think that kind of hard cut sort of just to get an eye for like what was funny. I don't know, that show killed me when I was younger. Not too young, you know, but I always liked Arrested Development. But I think, you know, people always mention like stand-up comedians and stuff, like, oh, you know, what do you like stand-up comedians, or do you? And that could be a thing that may catch people off guard. I don't like stand-up comedy at all. I've never liked stand-up comedy, and it's not something I would ever get my humor from. I don't like it. I actually don't find it funny. I think there could be good stand-up comedians, but I think there's a talent to it in that form of, you know, I think that probably the best way of doing it is storytelling, and I think that is something that I've learned in a lot of ways, because I know people, right? I know people that tell stories and it just goes on, and there's no inflection. When you tell a story, right? I'm about to derail. When you tell a story, when you try to tell someone something and you don't want to lose them, you gotta have inflection. You kind of keep them in suspense a little bit. Because I know people, they come up to me and they start telling me a story, and you're just thinking to yourself, first of all, there's no tone, right? It's this monotonous slew of word vomit, and you don't know where it's going, and it doesn't give you any kind of like, you just get bored, right? You get bored. You know, I walk up and they just keep, I mean, it just keeps going, and I immediately just become disinterested, right? And it drives me crazy. But when you tell a story, you know, you gotta leave some parts out, or leave some stuff until the end, and you gotta do inflection, and you gotta, you know, if you need to give context, you give context, but don't trail off. Like when you give context, right? I met my friend Joe. Okay, well, you don't know my friend Joe. But Joe is this guy, and then you start you learn about Joe's whole life story, and then you go back to the original point. It drives me insane. It drives me insane. But I don't blame people. It's not, you know, not everyone. It's not everyone that knows how to do that. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I definitely like know how to carry. If I need to get to something, because I tell stories, like, especially if there's like a punchline, you know, or something at the end. You leave the punchline at the end. Some people just like say something, and I'm like, okay, you said the punchline at the start, so you don't need to tell the story now, because I already know the ending. There's no point. I don't need the build up. It's over. William, thank you. Fire Duck, thank you for super chat. Haven't put out enough songs yet. Hey, I'm working on it. Noden, thank you. Liv, thanks for the question. Thank you. Omar, what kind of themes are your favorite to see in stories? Or if someone gives a plot summary of a movie or show, what are the keywords that'll most pique your interest? All right. My main answer is boring. My main answer for this is, like, in film and TV shows, it's pretty easy in this case for me. Just something that I can't predict is all I like. It doesn't need to be like a kind of show. Just something I can't predict. If it becomes predictable, and especially early on, I'm done. I don't. You know, it doesn't need to be this super highbrow avant-garde thing. But if it's like, predictable as fuck, I just can't take it. Because if I watch a movie and I'm like, all right, I already know how this is gonna end. I already know this. I already know this. I know this. You know, I don't like being able to predict now. What if it's predictable, but it ends up subverting your expectations? Well, then I didn't predict that. Then I was just wrong. Then it wasn't. I wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't be predictable. I mean, yeah, it's subversion of expectation, and it doesn't need to be like the best thing ever, right? You know, I could be watching like a fucking, I don't know, whatever, a Jason Statham movie, Transporter 48, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, he was the car the whole time. He's or what? You know, it doesn't need to be good. I mean, it's whatever. But you know, especially for anime, that's my biggest gripe with anime, is that it's so formulaic, and there's a lot of like they influence each other so much that I watch it and I'm like, fuck, and now he's got fall over, oh, but his face has got to fall into that girl's tits, and then he's got to go, ugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna turn that off. All right, let's turn this one off. Oh, he's got to fall over, and then and I'm like, come on, right? I mean, it's just like I can't anymore. I can tell you things I hate. I know I'm better at talking about things I dislike. I'm sorry, Normal Mar. You know, the power of friendship fucking makes me want to vomit. Or like, you know, the power of love. I don't know if that's like, it's just so boring. God, is that boring. Now if it's like a fucking, like, you know, I'm watching Shrek 2 or whatever the fuck, it's fine. But if we're like, if you're not played out, okay, let's see. Okay, I'll give you what's coming to mind. Star Wars. You know, I'm not a big Star Wars guy anymore, right? But I watched that recent one, and it's like, for fuck's sake. This makes me want to fucking gouge my eyes out. But I don't know. There's a lot of, you know, I think I'm a stickler against like tropes, I guess, is a big thing. It's like, you know, I know everything's been done at this point. There's a lot of that. But you could do it in different ways, right? You could switch it up. You could switch it up. I think that's a big thing. It's all been done, right? It's all been done, but you can still make it interesting and add a little spin to it, a little bit of flavor. I don't think you can have a story without tropes. Well, okay, you're right. You can have, what I'm saying is, take a trope and just don't do what everyone else has been doing with that trope. Take the trope and fucking flip it, you know? Spin it a little bit. Or cliches? Yeah, maybe the word is cliches. Anyway. Hey, designer, thank you. I'm like sweating. I'm all sweaty now. Summerall Goat, thank you for the gifted. I don't know what I don't really know how to properly explain it, but just, yeah, overused tropes, but I don't know. But even if it is an overused trope, you can make it interesting. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, good question. Good question that I kind of answered. Yoko Blue, do you have any favorite mythology? Also, have you been to any historical sites? If so, which is your favorite? Okay. Favorite mythology is by far Greek mythology. I've always been a huge sucker for Greek mythology. I grew up with it. I learned all about it, you know, just all that. So I used to read, like, you know, in Greek, like Greek children's books. I don't know what the fuck it said, but it had, like, you know, it had the Chimera in it, and, you know, and all the you know, I was a big fan of the Hydra. I watched Hercules 6,000 times. Yeah, I mean, fucking You know, all that. Greek mythology was a big one. Percy Jackson. No, actually. Actually, no. I never read it. I think I read it once in high school. I was a Hercules. I don't know. I grew up with like it was like the deep shit. Like my grandfather and all that would tell me all these like Greek mythology stuff, like the twisted deep stuff, like not like it wasn't like the, you know, child's play kind of storybook. It was definitely like, you know, fucking what's his name, devouring his son. I don't remember much anymore, but I really liked mythological creatures as a kid. Kronos, yeah. I think it was, yeah. By the way, totally off topic. There was, I don't know who did it. There was a LaRoche art of that like famous painting of Saturn devouring his son, and I laughed for several minutes, and I'm like, that's see, when I mentioned art, like I think stuff like that is so fucking amazing. That's so fucking funny to me. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Right? God, that was amazing. That's like that was like, I wanted to DM them and like, can I buy this and frame it? Like I loved it. It was so fucking funny. Meme art like that is so funny to me. Historical sites? God, no, I don't think so. Which one would I'd like to go to the Colosseums. I definitely like to go to the Colosseums at some point. I just think that's cool as fuck. I just think that's cool. But no, I don't think I've been. I probably have. Actually, yeah, I've definitely been to historical sites, but I probably found it so boring that I don't even remember where I was. So I don't know. I don't know entirely. But yeah. Why do I feel like you say that only because of Golden Wind? No, dude. No. Yeah, no. No. Resumbra, did your roommates end up hearing you record your Kitty Cat Cafe voice pack? If yes, what were their thoughts? They were both asleep, and I actually asked them in the morning. I asked one of my buddy, my roommate Bob, and I was like, "Did you hear me last night? I was a kitty cat maid, and I was doing that for an hour." And he's like, "No, dude, I was asleep." He's like, "But I wish I was awake." And I was driving the horse-drawn carriage. And I just started doing it again. But instead of like the actual lines, it was just me like narrating what was on the road. Ooh, Honda Accord turning left. And I just started doing that on the way home. I just kept doing it, and I'm like, yeah, you really fucking missed out, man. I mean, I tell them, I'm always so embarrassed, like doing karaoke's and stuff, and they just don't care. It's so like second nature at this point. Nothing surprises them. Like, I'm screaming at 4 a.m. I'm doing Maid Kitty Cat. It just doesn't. Especially Bettel 2. Bettel 2. It would be weirder if it was quiet in my room at all times, right? So it's definitely like, they just don't fucking care. They don't care. Purple Lion, thanks for the 5 gifted. Alexis, thanks for the Akasupa. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Good question, Resumber. That's funny. Thank you for this Akasupa. Thank you. Secret Shark, what's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Okay, I could actually, this is funny because there's one dream that when you asked that, one came into my mind. Of course, this was a long time ago, and it's only fragments. I was in a New York subway system, and my dad was smoking a cigarette with Chewbacca. And all I remember after that is being on a rooftop in the city while my dad tried to convince, I don't know, it was some kind of altercation with Yu-Gi-Oh. That's my dream. That's all I have. That's all I have. I can't tell you details. I can't tell you what was said. I still have this vague, weird framed memory of a train going by, and in like the bottom right corner of, like, you know, we'll call it the screen. I'm talking like it's film, but like of the screen, it's Chewbacca, and he's just got his, you know, his arm resting on his other arm, but a cigarette in his mouth. Like he's got like sunglasses and a cigarette in his mouth. And my dad was there, and it was like they were both looking at me. Like if I was the cameraman and they were looking at the camera, they were both looking at me. Like it was almost like some kind of album cover. I don't know. Very weird. My dad, the truck. Yes. Chewy, thanks for the upgrade to the Jesticles. Thank you. Chewy, huh? And then I don't know about the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but it seemed like, I don't know. It was so weird. It was very weird. It was a long time ago. Long time ago. Cherry Pink. Fine real question. I don't know what the other question was. Apparently you did not ask a real question. The worst way I've ever been asked out. Okay. First of all, I had to think. I'm like, fuck, never? What? I mean, what? Someone did profess their love to me in high school math class. I think it was sophomore year. And I was fucking mortified. And my teacher, I don't know what it was. It was probably like, you know, some Valentine's Day hocus pocus. And they just admit it. They just admitted like that they had like a crush on me in math class. I think it was like a Valentine's thing. They were trying to, it was like some kind of like segue into it. First of all, math class. Second of all, I was fucking miserable. I was miserable. I hate math class, and my teacher knows I hate it, and I kind of had like the reputation of being the guy that was kind of irritated all the time because I had to do math. And not in like a cool way, more of like in a weird way, right? I was weird. It's definitely not like, it's not as cool as it sounds. I wasn't cool, okay? I wasn't wearing all black and my fucking leather jackets and whatever else. I was, you know, I had the fucking baggy jeans and my Skechers shoes and a shitty graphic tee from Kohl's, you know? And they did that, and my teacher, when it happened, my teacher just knew. She didn't like, it was funny because she didn't indulge it. She acted like it was weird I could tell, for my sake, for my benefit. She was like, okay, and we're just gonna, cause the teacher didn't go, oh, that's so sweet, what are you guys say? She spoke for me. She spoke for me on that one. Like I didn't, and when she reacted like that, no words came out of my mouth. I never said anything. I just exchanged like a look with her. Like I just kind of looked up at her, kind of raised my eyebrows or whatever. And then I just went back to work, and then that was it. The teacher was kind of a bro, on that one. She got it. It was not on the front of class. No, it was just like this girl was sitting at her desk, and then she just said it, and the teacher just like, okay, yeah, time to let's work. And, like we just both looked at each other and whatever else. The teacher got it. Because I struggled so badly in math, the teacher knew I hated every fucking second of that, so the poor girl. Yeah. Well, listen, girl, time and place, read the room. You know? And it's I mean that's what can really be said? I mean, you could say poor girl, but frankly, poor me. I had to go through that. I mean, what the answer would have been no. The answer would have been no. So it's just, I don't know. Sorry. Moving on. Daddy Donger. Hey, buddy. Did you ever get anything? Did you ever eat anything that you weren't supposed to as a kid? I could have cut this part out for you, buddy, but I'm just gonna put it on blast. I once licked Elmer's glue off a table in preschool because I thought it was melted ice cream. At least it was preschool, I guess. Eat anything I used to eat I chew on Legos, but I don't know. I didn't eat it. I was not a glue eater, opposed to popular thought. I think for me, it's like if the texture was nice. I'm like, ooh, like a silly putty. I would want it. I didn't digest it or anything, but I'd want to like, I'd want to eat. I would be holding the Play-Doh with a silly putty or something. I'm like, I want to eat that, but I wouldn't eat it, right? Because it tastes like shit. But I'd be holding. I'm like, yeah, I want to eat that. You know what? I want to eat that. I chew on pencils. I don't think I ate anything though. I never ate glue. Forbidden snacks. I mean, fuck. Tide Pods were around? I don't know. I mean, it's like a big gusher. I don't like gushers anymore, so. Toothpaste. Ah, toothpaste is a good one. Oh, I probably did eat. Oh my god, I probably did eat toothpaste. But that was a flavor thing. Like, we probably had to stop getting the Jurassic Park, you know, fucking berry saurus, whatever the fuck. Because it just, okay, it's not my fault they made it delicious. Sorry. It tastes so fucking good. I mean, not anymore. I don't get, like, I just get mint, you know, whatever the fuck. But, oh, Little Bear toothpaste. I got, oh shit. I got, yes. Yeah, Little Bear toothpaste. Oh my goodness. Why'd they make that so fucking good? Yum. But yeah, thank you, Daddy Donger. Hey, Red. And then tiramisu and Girl Scout cookies. What other desserts do you love most? Oh. I want you to go ham with how and why. Okay. I think I've talked about this before, but I can get into detail, right? I love, this is a two-parter. I love chocolate cake, right? I love chocolate pastries, chocolate cake, brownies, whatever. Chocolate cake especially. Chocolate cake probably the most of anything. But as I gotten older, I've realized as I eat chocolate cake, I'm like, this is fucking amazing, but it needs something, right? it gets a little dry. I get a little, right? If you have a chocolate cake or pastry, but mainly cake, I'll keep reiterating, with, not with milk, with vanilla ice cream. My God, I don't think there's anything better to me. I love like a hot chocolate cake or a hot brownie or something with vanilla ice cream. It's just, there's something about the combination. It's just fucking incredible. There's just such a, they complement each other so well, but you know, they're so different, you know? I used to have it with chocolate ice cream. Now it's too much chocolate. I'm gonna fucking puke. But with vanilla ice cream and chocolate cake, or chocolate lava cake, especially, is a good one with vanilla ice. Because if you just get chocolate lava cake on its own, you're like, yeah, this is good, but holy fuck, this is a lot. But chocolate lava cake with vanilla ice cream, you know, you crack it open and that hot fucking magma comes out of it, and then you, oh man. It nullifies it a bit, but it makes it so much better. Now, another thing, and I'll go into detail on this, creme brulee might be, it's my top 3 for sure. creme brulee is fucking incredible. And just the process of creme brulee is so much fun to me, especially when it's like, you know, it's a little bit, it's like a golden brown on the top, and you scrape your spoon on the top of the hardened sugar, and it makes that kind of shell. You know, there's ASMR videos that I used to listen to with creme brulee, and they just like scrape their spoon like on that hard like sugary surface. It's like the kind of sound, and it's like, fuck, man. And then they finally they just smash it, and it goes in, and then you just get those shards of sugar and like that. Oh god, I fucking love creme brulee. I love it so much. It's really easy to make too, if you have a torch. Really easy to make. Really, and it's really good. Cheesecake is another one I really like. Cheesecake is another one that I really like. Bettel 2 likes cheesecake better than me. His go-to, I'd say Bettel 2's go-to dessert, like if he had to pick a dessert, it's always cheesecake. Doesn't matter what kind. He'll get any cheesecake. New York, you know, Oreo, whatever the fuck. I like cheesecake a lot for its texture, and you know, I really like it. But I'm a tiramisu guy, and I'm a creme brulee guy. If it's creme brulee versus cheesecake, I really like cheesecake, and if I'm feeling a cheesecake, I'll fuck up a cheesecake. I remember when I was with Magni, we talked about going to the Cheesecake Factory. And I just told him, he's like, do they have food there and all that, right? I'm like, yeah, the menu's like a fucking novel. They serve everything there. And I just told him, I think we were like on the fence and stuff, and did he not like cheesecake? I don't remember if he liked cheesecake or not. But it's like, I don't go to the Cheesecake Factory for anything else other than cheesecake. And you can just go there and get cheesecake and leave, right? You can go, you can just go to the front, and they have like a little bakery section of their cheesecake. So I don't know. I just that's what I do. There's no point eating food there. I'm sorry, unless you're like really hungry. Oh, baklava! Jesus Christ, that's in my top 5. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, any of them. Oh man, there's like pistachio ones, there's walnut ones, there's cashew ones, there's cinnamon ones, there's chocolate ones, there's like those bird nest ones, there's like the syrupy kind of triangle, you know, classic ones. Any of it. Give me that shit. God, it's so fucking good. Ugh. That's yeah, top 5. Damn. Very, very good. Very, very good. Anyway, moving on. Scam likely. What reality show would you join / be good at? Okay, so there's a few that came to mind, right? Lizalt, thank you. Cat and Fiddle cheesecakes. I'll have to look that up. Cat and the Fiddle. That sounds cute. What reality show would I join? Now, I don't think I'd be good at it, but I'd join like The Bachelor, because that shit is so fucking stupid. And I'd love to be like not in my element at all, and having these fucking like, you know, these guys trying to be Giga Chads or whatever the fuck in this big mansion, and I just think it would be so fucking funny. And I'd have to like, you know, Kyle's got to come up to me crying. He's like, she didn't talk to me, man. What do I do? I'm like, dude, Kyle, I don't fucking, like, I'm not even like there to win, right? I'm just there to like be around these fucking crazy people, right? I'd love just to be the guy that roams the house. And that they like, and like, you never know. You never know. I would love to be on The Bachelor. It sounds so fucking funny. General Froggy. What the fuck? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't watch too much reality TV. Like I wouldn't do Hell's Kitchen. I'd be terrible at that. I'd be gone, right? It wouldn't even be fun. I'd be gone. It would probably be like those, it would have to be like a dating reality TV show or something where it's just like nonsense. I used to watch a lot of those. It's just fucking stupid, right? And oh god. And everyone's like so dumb. Why is everyone so dumb? There was like the dumbest people. So I'd fit right in different ways though. They're dumb in a different way. They're dumb in a different way. They're really dumb. There's another one I used to watch a long time ago. I was like 17 or 18, I don't know. I just got out of high school or something. I don't know when it was. There's a show, I don't know where it was, but it was called King of the Nerds. And that show, that was a guilty pleasure and I watched it back in the day. What? It's like, oh my god. That show was something else, man. King of the Nerds. And it was just, oh my goodness. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. It was cringe, but like, you know, I would love to like have been on. Oh god, I'd be fighting with these people. The things that they get into, like the arrogance of like these nerdy like fucking guys, and like they're just like got these egos and shit. God, I would not let that shit slide for a fucking millisecond. Start talking to me, he's like, well, I just know more Pokemon than you. You're gonna get voted off the nerd zone. I don't know what the fuck they said on that show, but that no, I'd be in like I'd get in a fucking fist fight with somebody. Oh my god, nightmare. Imagine if you won by doing nothing at all. On The Bachelor, I would. Zodi, thank you. Snack Eater, welcome to Justicles, thank you. Now, if this is a reality show, I'd love to go on like Ninja Warrior. That's not really. That's just a TV show. But like Ninja Warrior or like Silent Library or something where I could just like be an agony for like a few moments. I'd go on that. I'd go on both. I'd definitely go on Ninja Warrior. I used to watch the shit out of Ninja Warrior. I never watched too much Takeshi's Castle. I was definitely more Ninja Warrior, but yeah. Good question though, thank you. Low Tide, in your debut, you said you hated fruit. Are there any fruits you like? No. No. I like orange juice. That's all I got. That's it. That's it. Paper. Can you do a flip? No. I could do a front flip on a trampoline and I can sometimes land on my feet, and then that was when I was 14, so the answer is no. I cannot do a flip. I know I let you all down. I know that there's the burning question of can I do a flip, and am I super, you know, am I just a natural acrobat? No, I can't. That's one of my new goals. That should have been one of my debut goals. Do a flip. Silent Stormfall. If you weren't the jester for Guild Tempest, what other role would you have chosen to be for the guild? Could be another member's role and or just completely new one. Okay. So the jester, something that never even like occurred to me. It never even occurred to me, right? And it's kind of just the perfect thing for me, because no matter what I would have been, like, I could have been the swordsman, or I could have been the you know, mage, or, you know, whatever, right? I could have been any of those things, but I still would have tried. I would have been this still, right? I still would have been the funny whatever. Because that's what I do. What I do is I want to do entertainment. I want to be funny. I scream, la la la, you know, whatever. So it fits nicely. So the question, it's like nothing would have fit too well. You know, there's things that I like in like RPG and like kind of like fantasy settings, like fucking like a necromancer, or like a warlock or whatever, like those kind of dark mage kind of things. Love that stuff, right? Always like that stuff. But it's like it just thematically it would have been a little weird, right? Because I'm not, you know. But if I were to be like a necromancer, I would have like spun it, right? I'd be Chuny. Like I'd be like a failed necromancer. I'd be that kind of, you know, I would, no matter what I would have been given, it would have turned into a joke, right? I would have made it into a joke. Shitty swordsman, doesn't know how to use a sword, necromancer that can't, you know, do anything right. You know, Jerry would be a minion. He'd be an actual skeleton. You know, just anything in that vein. So I would have spun whatever role I was given, and would have spun it into comedy, whatever it would have been. But I like the dark kind of evil roles that you can get in fantasy settings. So that probably would have been my speed personally in that sense. But I think that's what out of the other boys' roles, I can't even see myself in any of them. I can't even answer that one that way. It definitely would have just been like another role. What role would I have gotten? Or it's like I could have been like, you know, someone without a role. Like I just was a dude. Like Steve. I was Steve. I'm a peasant. And I'm just kind of here. You know, whatever it would have been. But yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. But you know, we went very literal. You know, I'm the jester, so I didn't need to work too hard on thematic because it's already, you know. I think another thing for me, right, is like my whole idea was like jester but bad. You know, jester but you know, tomato, and things don't work and shit like that. So I think the main thing that would have stuck with anything I would have been given is you have the name of the role and the thing that they do, they're not good at, right? That's kind of my comedy. That's kind of like my thing, is being bad at the thing that they are told that they are. You know, if I was the pilot, I wouldn't know how to fucking pilot anything. I'd crash into shit and whatever else. If I was the leader, I wouldn't know how to lead, and I'd have everyone else doing stuff for me because I'm just so bad, or I'd make horrible decisions and shit like that, right? Alchemist, things would be blowing up in my face. I wouldn't know how things work. I'd poison myself and put myself in the hospital. You know, anything like that. But anyway, the scholar, yeah, hasn't read a book in his fucking life. Someone would have asked, God, imagine if I was a bunch of bookworms would have like joined like on my debut, and they're like, what books have you read? I'm like, Captain Underpants. And that would have been it. That would have been it. The Stinky Cheese Man. It's funny because he's stinky. Oh my god, the art in the Stinky Cheese Man is the best. That's the best art of any children's book. Look at the fucking Stinky Cheese Man art. Fucking amazing. I loved that book. That was my favorite book. Anyway, thank you. Silent Stormfall, thank you. Nina. Okay. I don't know if this is allowed to be asked. Has Bettel 2 ever secretly replaced you during a stream? I mean, do you talk similar? Who's funnier? Okay, so to answer the first question, has he ever replaced me? That is speedrunning my, career of being let go and fired immediately. So the answer is no to that. And second of all, if Bettel 2 were to come in here, sit down, and pretend to be me, it would sound like a Craigslist actor trying to be me. Me and Bettel 2 sound nothing alike. It's not even close. It's not. Bettel 2 cannot replicate what I sound like. Bettel 2 doesn't even do the same inflections like me. We have similar, like, I guess accent or like little nuances to our voices, right? We got little bits and pieces, we definitely talk the same. We talk the same, but we do not sound the same. We do not sound the same. Who's funnier? It just depends on who the person is. I mean, like, he has dry humor. Like, it's just dry. I find him but he doesn't go out of his way to be funny a lot. He's just like, he could be funny when he wants to be, and I find his humor to be funny, but it's like it's dry. It's definitely like a definitely not like critical. No. Definitely not like that. Just like much more like deadpan, a little more like straight. No like there's no flair to it or anything, but like just what they say is funny. Just what they say is funny. Like, it doesn't need to be performed or like given in this way. It's just what they say. It's definitely got that kind of British kind of humor to it. It's sarcastic too. Yeah. Examples? God, I can't give any. I really, oh God. What were we talking about? There was something the other day. We were talking about something and it made me laugh. I don't remember what it was. I think it's like, he also just is naturally more intelligent, so his wit is a little bit more like, it's a little bit more concise, I feel. Gosh, there's something he said the other day. It had to do with food, and I don't know what it was. I don't know. I'd have to think of something, but yeah. Sky Limit. Speaking of streamers, something you decided to do more impulsively or something you planned to do for a long time. So I guess the thing I wanted to plan to do for a long time was always like being an entertainer and like content and stuff. I would definitely not, I know, like, again, I know myself, so I definitely, like, in short, I definitely wouldn't, I definitely would not call anything I do in my career path to be impulsive. It's definitely all thought out, like, very, very delicately. So I'd say, I don't know, I can't, there's not too much to say on this one, other than it's like, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. So, yeah, I definitely, like, I weigh my options a lot when it comes to this kind of stuff. Nen user, thank you, Skylimit. Did you remember to charge your phone today? I put this here because I saw this. I looked at my phone. It was dead. The only reason I'm still standing right now is because of Nen user. I saw that question, and I literally ran to go charge my phone because it was not charged. So thanks, pal. You saved the stream. Midges, what's your favorite dinosaur? I think I've talked about this. I was a dinosaur kid. I like dinosaurs. I liked dinosaurs a lot as a kid. Watch, you know, Jurassic Park on fucking repeat. You know, as a kid, it was always the, you know, the Tyrannosaurs and T-Rex, big dinosaur. But nowadays, I mean, I still like carnivores and stuff. I always liked the Carnotaurus for a different reason now. Back as a kid, I liked the Carnotaurus because it was from that dinosaur Disney film or whatever. But the Carnotaurus now, I look at it, if you look up a picture of the Carnotaurus, it's got this long body, it's got a big head, and its arms are non-existent. It's like a walking torso with 2 legs. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. How did that? It's just a big head. Wait, I need to look it up again. Carnotaurus. Oh my god. Look at its stupid little arm. What's the point? You're a torso with a head and legs. What do you do? Oh, it's so stupid looking. I love it. That one's my favorite. That's my favorite because it's the dumbest thing. How did it live? There's no way this thing was successful. There's other like the Spinosaurus that it's like, you know what the funny you know what I'm thinking of? The Tyrannosaurus is like the most fearsome dinosaur in the world. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, the crushing jaw power of 7 million pounds. And then you look at it and it's like, this thing's just a walking head. Because that's all that thing was just designed to kill. Because all it was a head and teeth because it didn't have any fucking arms. I mean, I'd be killing everything in sight too if the only thing I could do was be just a big head. It's just a big head. It's literally just a giant walking big head. What did it do? Like, I couldn't grab onto things, I couldn't climb on things. You know, it is an instrument of death. Isn't that just you? What? I have arms. Carno's constantly Naruto run at things with their nub arms. That's true. That makes them even funnier. I'm looking at this one picture. It's like this painted drawing of it. It's like this green Carnotaurus, and it looks so regal. And it's got these stupid fucking fish flapper arms. It looks so dumb. It looks so dumb. And then there's like the badass Jurassic Park Carnotaurus. So I'm like, yeah, that is not what it looked like. It looks like this stupid little fucking flounder with feet. God, it's funny. I like that. I like them though. I like them. Yeah, how did it, like, what was the evolve? Like, what was that? Did it just not realize that it needed arms to, like, fight? Or anything? Or, like, claw at stuff? People always say, like, the Tyrannosaurus was, like, dope and shit, but I bet that thing got, like... I bet he got, like, dunked on by, like, other carnivores with arms. I don't know. I don't know where they get, like, where do they get the research? The thing didn't have like a Call of Duty combat record. Where did they get to see how many, that it was like so dangerous and that it killed stuff? Like what? How do they know this? How do they know this? Like, all right, I'm looking at its skeleton, and this Tyrannosaurus has a kill count of 58. Like, I don't know. I wanted to be a paleontologist as a kid because I just like Jurassic Park and I like the idea of brushing bones. But now it's like I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck? What is all that? That's crazy. How do you figure that out? Bones and teeth. I don't know, man. It's just a big head. Unknown. Will you ever drop a lore video or do anything with your backstory? I think it would be interesting to see something on how you came to be the jester. Yeah, I know people have been asking that a lot. I need to do... I would never say anything concrete as of now, but I definitely want to do something with lore. But I'd have to cook it up, and I'd have to think of something like unique, you know, something original. And if I were to do it, like whether it be in a voice pack or like an animated video or something, I just don't know when. I don't know if or it could be in a song, you know. Like I could make like an original with lore. I don't know. It would all have to be thought out. So the only reason I don't dabble with lore too much is because, not that I don't have any ideas, it's more of like I'm pretty serious about it, and I would have to fine tune like what I want to resemble, like my character, you know, as me. Oh my god. All right, I went through them all. I went through all the ones I got. That was 28 questions. In an hour and 40 minutes. I mean, you guys can ask questions if you have any here. There's some, I know I missed a lot. I know there's like a bunch of whatever. I left my question late. Mine was so. I put the notification out way too late, so I apologize for that. What's your favorite smell? Freshly baked cookie. Why are you? Okay. Oh, Bath and Body Works. You ever walk into a Lush or whatever the fuck that's called? It blows your fucking head off. How'd you get into League of Legends? I saw my friend playing it at his house. No idea what the fuck I was looking at. The only reason I play this game is because I started in like 2010. And I just was looking at the screen and I said, what the fuck is that? He's like, you want to play? I'm like, no. And they're like, it's fun. And then I joined late and then I'm the last one standing. I'm the only one that still plays. Yeah, I bet they feel good about themselves, you sick fucks. What is your favorite brisk? Classic. Lemon. Lemon brisk. Do you believe in aliens? Sure. Yeah, everything's too big. Everything's too big. There's too much here. There's too much. There's too much here. You know, how can I not? I'd be fooling myself if there were. I mean, like, okay, they don't need to be little green men. We talked about this. Favorite color? Purple. Do you like amusement parks? Yes, I love amusement parks. God, I looked at videos of amusement parks when I feel sad. I don't know why I do that. I watch like tours of people just walking around amusement parks and eating food and drinking beer, and I don't know why I do that. It's the same thing. I do that with malls. And I'm like, man, I wish I was at an amusement park. Oh God, they're like my favorite. I love those things. If you had a different color scheme, what would it be? God, I mean, I don't know. I got really lucky because black and purple is my favorite color scheme. And I'm like half that. I mean, I don't know. I like pink too. Probably not. I don't know if I change my color scheme. I mean, I guess like I'd be all black and purple. I don't fucking know. Or just all, you know, I mean, I like all black and stuff, but that's not very, I don't know. Your favorite jewelry? I like rings. I like rings. Least favorite color combo. Oh, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'll tell you a color I don't like and I won't elaborate. Oh, no, I can't. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. There's a color I just don't like. And I don't mean your guys' feelings. I mean like, you know, my other guild mates. There's a color I really don't like. I just don't like the color. I don't like the color. It's okay, just say orange. All right, fine. It's orange. It's orange. No, you know, no offense to Shinri. He wears it very well. I do not like the color orange at all. At all. I do not like the color orange at all. Or Axel. No, I mean, I don't mean it. I don't, no offense to Axel. I did not mean it like I don't like Axel at all. I mean, Axel wears it very well. I think it suits them very nicely. I just don't like the color orange. When you're getting the Black Mamba outfit, wouldn't that be sick? Thanks, Varson. Newsweek. I need to know your opinion on Arnold Palmer's Okay, I know what that is. That sounds like a drink. Is that a drink? What the fuck is it? What does that mean? Is this golf? What is this? I don't know what this is. I got a golf course in Florida? What is this? Lemon and tea. Lemon and tea. Oh, iced tea? I've never had it. Well, I guess that's what I should have said. I don't know what this is. I've never had it. Brisk? Brisk. So yes, good? It's like brisk. I mean, if it's like brisk, I mean, fuck yeah, it'll be good. Sounds good to me. Flapdoodle, what dumb school game did you play with your friends? Oh my god. I got in trouble for this. In first grade, I created a game called the cow game. Yeah, cows go back to my fucking beginnings, okay? It's called the cow game. You put horns on either side of your head, like fingers, right? I think I may have told this before. But you put fingers on either side of your head, right? And you'd bend over like you're gonna charge, right? And other people will be doing the same thing, and you just run into each other full force. You'd run into each other full force. And the cow game had to get put down because people were getting hurt, and I thought it was really fun. I was a bored little kid. I don't fucking know. The cow game. Do you mean bull? No. I mean cow. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, we were running into each other. I think someone lost a tooth. Playing it. I think that's why I got stopped. Cow game got put down. And then, you know, the classic of, like, get the plastic lightsabers and hit each other as hard as you can. Or, you know, oh, you know what'll be really funny if I kicked my friend in the nuts full force, you know? Little kid stuff. That was more like middle school. What's the deal with that? Fuck, there was like nut shot fucking like YouTube videos where people just kick each other full force and it was funny. That's what comedy used to be. That's what comedy used to be. It's like, oh, you just find an opening. You just full force kick each other. It's fucked up. Sihime, have you ever traveled abroad? If not, I recommend my country, Malaysia. I've traveled abroad a few times. I do want to do more of it. I don't know much about Malaysia. I don't know much about any country, really. I don't know much about any country. As much. Kevin Cow game. That's right. Next to Singapore. Honestly, I couldn't point it at a map. Like I don't know where anything is. I'm sorry. I don't even know where the Elysium states are. Okay, I don't. Everything looks like a square. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I don't even know what they're called. Okay, so I'm really bad at like geography. Lynn, have you ever gone away with something you did as a child or blame Bettel 2 for it? Oh yeah, I don't know what it could be. Probably just like obvious things like, you know, who, you know, broke all the Christmas ornaments and swiped behind the tree, and then we'd blame each other. But then there came a point where we started taking hits for each other. You know, Bettel 2 would get in trouble. And like, okay, Bettel 2, you're a big troll. No video games for a week. And then I would go into like strike, and then I just wouldn't play video games for a week and also act miserable until they gave up. Because I didn't like the idea of playing video games when he couldn't. So I would go into like this like strike. and then we just would both like mope around the house until they're like, just fucking play, whatever. Just play your fucking video games. What's your favorite street games you played as a kid? Street games. I didn't really play any I guess I don't know what that is. I mean, I don't know. Ride bike downhill at like 80 miles per hour while standing on it. That was a good one. Honestly, that's probably the closest I've come to death, is like I'd go down a hill on a fucking bike and I would stand, like me and Bettel 2, we'd like stand on it as we were going down. Not like full standing. You'd hold on to the bars, but you'd see how high you could get while still holding on to the bars. Like you would stand on the bar in front of the seat, and you just stand on your bike. I've never broken a bone, knock on wood. But it's like one bad bump, that thing flips forward, and you're standing, and you just skid. You're gonna skid on the street. I didn't think about it as a kid, but man, that was very fucking dangerous. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And what do you suppose that was? You know what's interesting? It went red for about 4 seconds and went down to 0, and it says no drop frames detected. No idea. Hello, I have a question. Do you? Damn. Look who'd have got cut short. That's weird. I don't think that was me. Sometimes my internet just goes off at night, but that was some kind of weird fluctuation. I don't know what that was. But yeah. I'll be honest with you guys. I liked these nighttime like streams and stuff, but I'll be very real with you when I say, fuck, this is, it's rough to my it's rough to the old mental. It's good for 1 week. It's good for 1 week, but I couldn't keep doing this. I definitely could not keep doing this. I'm like I slept all day mainly, but like I'm exhausted, man. These are like crazy hours. These are crazy hours, and the streams are like a little bit shorter, I feel. Maybe not, I don't know. Late night. This is pretty taxing. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I'm looking at the clock right now. I'm like, maybe I should just stop. I might actually. Ooh, do I get to talk about? Ooh. I'll save it for a week in review. We don't need to turn this into like a. This is a Q&A anyway. Did you fix your clock? Nope. It is 1:55 a.m. Just like everybody else, right? Oh, happy May! Yeah, it's May. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh god. Oh god, my birthday's coming up, guys. That's crazy. 16 more days now. 16 more days. So I want to make this month a good month. I want this month to be a good month. April was really stressful for some reason. I don't know. Are you superstitious? Tell us any ghost stories or I'm not. Well, I'm not. Rosie. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe I am superstitious in different ways of like, you know, everything happens for a reason kind of stuff. And like, you know, if you know, sometimes I believe in like, you know, karma. Sometimes like you gotta like, you know, if you do good things, you know, good things will happen. But if you do bad things, you know, I don't know. I can be knock on wood. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I'm definitely like, I do believe like you know, everything happens in weird ways. But I don't believe in ghosts. Your guildmate is an exorcist. What does he do if ghosts are fake then? he's a fucking scam. At least to me. He's a hack. He's a hack. Ghosts are so real. No, they're not. Ghosts aren't fucking real. They're not. They're not. They're not. These people go out of their way on TV to hunt for ghosts and they don't find anything. You know why? They're not freaking real. What about Rio? Rio Senpai. Sorry. Sorry, I don't believe in ghosts. Ray, hello funny man, have you played Pokemon? If so, which Pokemon is your fave? I haven't played Pokemon since Sapphire. Whatever the fuck, I don't know. I like Haunter and the milk tank. What's the cow one? There's a cow one. Sapphire. Here's the thing, guys. Oh no, you know what? I don't want to lose Pokemon perms. I just won't. But let's just say, it's just not for me. These days. I'll say this in a nice way. With Pokemon, I think if you've played one, you know what? Sometimes that's good enough, because the next one, the next one, it's kind of the same sort of loop. It's fun. It's fun if you like the loop, but I played Sapphire. I fucking loved it. Emerald and Sapphire, amazing. I do like it. It's just like I just don't play more. Because I played it and I really fucking liked it, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I end it and I'm like, I'm very satisfied, and then that's it. I feel like I just don't need to play anymore. It's definitely not bad. It's not like a shit talk. Lolo S, thanks for super chat. Beginning of May, and also it's now my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. May 1st, that's cool. You start a month and you can start your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's yours. Charmaine, thank you for the first super chat as well. Wishing for a better month ahead, man. April felt like a whole year for me. Thanks for making it bearable, Bettel. Hey, I'm happy to help. Here's to May, everybody. We got we got new things coming. So here's to May. Let's let it be a good month for everybody, including me. April was hard. Ray, holy moly, I just realized it's my mom's birthday. What should I get her? Oh god, I never know what to. I get my mom. At this point, she doesn't even tell me. She's like, you don't need to give me anything. I'm like, okay. I normally get her like yarn, because she likes knitting. I like getting her good yarn, and she knits me like a hat or something. Get her your dad? Yeah, she doesn't want that. Listen, me and Hakka, we're in the same boat. Junie, thanks for 1 month. Thank you. But yeah. I think that's kind of it. I have a lot to talk about. I think I'm gonna save some stuff for membership next week. I think next week's membership is just gotta be a chit chat, kind of like this, but like you know how it is. Then what do we have tomorrow? We have a week in review tomorrow. So I don't want to talk about the week either. So we're kind of wrapping up here. Oila, thank you. Since you talked about fashion and piercings earlier, I've seen lots of fan art drawing you with tattoos. Would you ever get one yourself? Listen, I watched every season of Ink Master. I've watched every single season. Yeah. No, they're sick. I'm very much into that. Schedule posted at 6 a.m. again? Yeah, schedule post has gotta be late. Ink Master is awful. Nah, Ink Master, that could be a guilty pleasure. It's like so fake and stupid. But I like seeing the art. I like seeing the art come together. You know? And then like oh god, that fucking show. The human canvases or whatever, they call them the human canvases, which is so like degrading. But they go on there, you gotta be crazy to go on a competition show where you have a set amount of time to get a tattoo. You know, if you're getting a tattoo, you gotta like fucking, you know, take your time. These guys are fucking like, they don't know what they're doing, and you know, they have to do like, and they're throwing them off. They have to like do these picks, right? So they're like, all right, so we're doing black and gray realism this week, and this guy comes in, he's like, I'm gonna give this canvas to this person because all they could do is new school and color. So they purposely fuck the person over that's getting a tattoo because they give them an artist that is probably gonna get voted out because he doesn't know how to do the style, right? He doesn't know how to do the fucking style of tattoo. So of course it ends and they get the shittiest tattoo ever. You know what the amount of paperwork they probably have to sign to go on that show? Because it's not like it's like, oh, poor guy, you know, Bob had to get a shitty tattoo. Bob probably signed 15 pounds worth of paperwork to get a fucking like debate, like to gamble either a good tattoo or a shitty tattoo or whatever. So they know what they're getting into. So I don't feel too bad because you're crazy, right? But I would fucking never in a million goddamn years sell my soul to a television show to have something on my body permanently that I did not like step by step go through the process of. But yeah. Favorite Ink Master winner? Oh gosh. There's, you know, I'd have to look because there's some people's work that I really like and I can't think of them right now. There's some people that are so talented. Honey, thanks for 5 gifted. Thank you. Eric PTG, thank you. Ah, Ryan Ashley. Yeah, that's one of them. Oh god, Ryan Ashley stuff is fucking insane. Yeah. Yeah. Kimmy. Contracts exist on a reality shows for a reason. Yeah, oh my god. I mean, fuck. Fuck, I mean, that's madness. Spike TV shows. Oh, I used to watch a lot of Spike back in the day. All kinds of shit. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm losing steam. I'm already pretty low energy today. But I think that's it. Hey, thanks for indulging me in the Q&A. Hopefully you learned at least a little bit, and that was fun for me. I like doing stuff like that. We'll do those every so often. You know, when I'm feeling it. But I appreciate you guys coming out. A lot of support. I'll talk more about like the cover and all your stuff in a week in review tomorrow. God, I do need to make a schedule, but I'm so tired. I might make one like really. I might make one tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know. Hey, Melly, thank you so much for the Akasupa, Melly. Thank you. Very kind. Very kind. One more as I'm walking out the door. Thank you. Very, very nice. You guys have been great. You guys have been great today. Thanks so much. And I will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So thank you guys. I'll try and find you a redirect or something. Oh, hang on. Jesus Christ, Flayon is still streaming. Shinri still. These guys are nuts. All right, go see Flayon. Flayon and Shinri are streaming, so just go to your, your Oshis or whoever you want. Give them some love, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, and that's it. We could have thought of an outro. Better luck next time. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.